Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more World Tank. So as you can see, this is me in my Crusader SP. This is a tier 9 game on Pearl River. This is the first, or this is the second time I've taken this tank out for a game. First time with the big gun. After battling with it with the little gun, I decided to spend the free experience and just get the big gun. Because it wasn't going to be worth grinding 14,000 experience on the little gun. Yeah. But anyways, so far I'm really enjoying this tank, and we're just going to let this game play in the background while I talk to you about some channel stuff that's been going through my mind that I've been meaning to talk to you guys about in games and just have never gotten around to it. So I've actually made a list, there's a whole list and everything. It's horrible, but anyways, horribly messy. Anyways, so, you guys probably noticed a while ago I started making some really awesome thumbnails for my channel, and then they stopped, and now I'm back to not so awesome thumbnails. And the reason for that is that I had a limited time trial to Adobe Photoshop, which is one of the premier graphics design programs out there. And so when that trial ran out, I did some silly things, and I should have saved a bunch of them in other ways, but I didn't. So of course now I have some problems. So until I figure out how to basically replicate the same kind of thumbnails from a different program that's not gonna cost me an arm and a leg to buy, which Adobe Photoshop would, it's gonna take me some time to get those kind of thumbnails back up. So most likely I'm gonna end up using GIMP. GIMP is a free program that does the similar things to Adobe Photoshop. The difference is that it's going to be a whole lot more painful to use GIMP than it was to use Photoshop. Photoshop is a program I'm very familiar with. I used it for years in school. I mean, last month you saw I picked it up after not using it for like 6 or 7 years, and got some great thumbnails really quickly. So now having to switch over to a program like GIMP, which is essentially the same thing, except not all the tools work the same. It's kind of like, having driven a fast, light, medium, like a bat chat for so long, and then suddenly being thrown into like a T20 prototype. Yes, it will get the job done. It is painful trying to move forward at times. I just feel like I should be able to do this and this and this and this, and I can't because I have to slow down and do it the way this new program wants me to do it. So yeah, that's gonna take me some time to figure out again. Or maybe if I'm lucky, I might be able to get my hands on another copy of Adobe Photoshop as like another trial. Even if it's just long enough to resave some of the files I already have, so that I can use them better continually. But okay, so the next thing on the list I want to talk to you guys about is I want to start a contest, a weekly contest would be kind of fun, but no, I want to start a monthly contest on the channel, and I don't know what to do for it. So the Epic Hero contest, which was the last one that ran for like 2 months, and I got 1 entry. I didn't think the barrier for entry was all that high for that contest, but apparently it was so high that nobody bothered to enter. I'm thinking of doing... I'd like to do that kind of contest again, but obviously you guys didn't enter, so obviously you guys don't really care about it. So I'm gonna, if you have a better idea for a contest that's not just like experience, don't want to get into who has the most experience in that game. That's who wins the contest. That's gonna see me giving out the same prize every month to the same person, because you know, that's just how it's gonna work out. Or the same 3 people are just gonna rotate through it, kind of thing. I don't want to do that. I want to have some kind of contest that, whether you play 3 games of World Tanks or 30k games of World Tanks, that you can enter with the same chance to win. And I don't want it to be a random draw either, because that doesn't make any effort on your part. So, some help with what you guys would like to do. If there's some kind of contest that isn't experience based that you would enjoy and get some kicks out of, that's what I'd like to see. Something that's a little bit silly, a little bit out there, out of the ordinary, but not, you know, like running around firing HE all game. That's not going to help your team any. That's actually just going to make you a worse player, make your team hate you, and everything's going to go badly. So that's not the kind of thing I want. But at the same time, I do need some new ideas. So, new ideas would be helpful. The prizes for this contest will be, though, I've already decided what they're going to do. A week of premium for the winner, 3 days of premium for the 2nd place, and a day of premium for the 3rd place. And since I'm going to be running them every month, that should be fine. I mean, if I end up getting like 300 entrants to this contest, then I'm obviously going to change the rewards. The prizes will go up as the number of entrants go up. But exactly where that happens yet, I don't really know. Also, I've started to have enough of a following that I want something to call you know, the guys and gals that follow this channel and love it so much. So right now you're just my fans, but you know, like Foxdrop has the Foxdroppers. He is a League of Legends what's League of Legends YouTuber. You know, other YouTubers have nicknames for their fans, and I'd like one too because, well, it makes me feel special. But I don't know. I think that it would help. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't help, but it is something I do want to do, and so anything you guys can think of, you know, that would be great. I'm out of ideas, but oh well. Okay. And while this game's finishing up, I just want to say one more thing, or I want to discuss one more thing. I'm just gonna wait for this. Yeah, that felt awesome. But anyways, so I want to do a Q&A. It's Jingles has Mingles with Jingles. Side Strafe has the Strafing Run. I want a Q&A that is like a pun on my name. Now, Ether, contrary to popular belief, does not come from Pokemon. If you say my name comes from Pokemon, I will hurt you. Okay. Yeah, no, I took my name from a much different place from Pokemon. My name is actually short for my last name, which is Etherton. But Ether, if you just drop off the TON off the end, you can end up with Ether, which is where that comes from. And it was chosen, I don't know if it was chosen before I knew Pokemon existed, but it was a long time ago. And so, but the other, of course, thing that I love about my name is Ether is the space between space. It is like black void in space. And so that is actually one of the things I really really love about my name. So I would like something like that. For my Q&A. I'm thinking like Ether Space or something like that. I don't know. That's kind of redundant, maybe. Ether Space. Maybe it's not. But anyways, just, you know, something akin to that. And yeah, so, and obviously, if I'm going to start doing a Q&A thing, I'm going to need some questions. So, any questions you guys have that you want to ask me, I would appreciate. And if there's things you want to know about me that you don't know already, ask. Drop your questions in this particular. Wow, I can't talk today. Drop your questions in the comments to this particular thingy video, and I will answer them in the Q&A that I do. I'll probably end up calling the first one Ether Space, just because I've kind of started to fall in love with that name. But if you guys come up with a better name, then I will switch to it without a hesitation. Because I'd rather something that you folks stream up than something I dreamed up. It would feel better. Not to mention, you folks would probably enjoy it better if you came up with a name versus me coming up with a name. Anything else? Well, I guess we could just sit back and watch the rest of this gameplay. And if I think of anything else, I will tell you. Destroyed. So I think that sometime in the next week or so, I'm going to make the first Ether Space video. It's going to be mostly about me, plus any questions you guys have. So, if you have questions, please get them ready, post them in the comments to this video, and I'll answer them then. I'm not expecting more than a couple of posts from you folks, because that just tends to be how it works out. But honestly, if I get 500 posts, which I have, even if I get 30, then I'll probably just spend the episode talking about the questions that you posted to me rather than talking about the agenda I had too. Because I've thought up about 2, 3, 7 questions that I think you folks would enjoy hearing the answer to. And we'll kind of go from there. But last 2 minutes, and I know they're going to be tense, so why don't we get to watching them? Oh yeah! Destroyed. That is how you kill a tank shotgun style. That's my Top Gun. And now I have some problems, because of course now I'm in a Crusader SP as normal, but this thing goes backward, and I was kind of forgetting that. And that's why I kept hitting that guy, because I was having trouble driving the tank backwards while looking at, basically reversing and looking backwards was driving me crazy. And you'll see here I almost drive off a cliff because I wasn't 100% in the zone. On a good day, I can drive this thing quite well backwards, because I've driven so many scout tanks backwards. But of course, at this point in the game, I'm so nervous, and I really do want to win, that it's getting difficult. And whoops, there's the enemy. So if he's going to come around there, then I need to spin my tank around. He's almost around when he disappeared. So we're just going to set up behind this bush and wait for him. He's a decent player, probably about as good as I am. just gonna wait for him behind the bush so he doesn't see us. Hopefully we should be able to see him. Our T69 is telling us to go in the water, which actually, in retrospect, would have been a good idea. Now I'm hoping to use the fast backwards, but no, it doesn't work. 1800 experience with premium without my daily double on a loss. This was my ace tanker. I got the Top Gun, which is part of the reason I got 1800 experience, and a bruiser, which is just artillery. Those things. If you don't get a bruiser, I'll be surprised. Oh, didn't actually do anything to the IS-2, just knocked his tracks off. Yeah, 29 damage done. Oot, good job. Third in damage to the T-54 and the enemy M53, M55. So, who says already can't do anything? That was an awesome game. Sadly, it was a loss, and honestly, if I'd thought about it at the end there a little bit more, I probably could have outplayed the M53, 55, but I got too conservative. I should have tried to go around the water like my T69 suggested. And if I'd done that, then my gun would have been facing the right way at the end there, but hindsight and all, so oh well. 16 shots fired. Oh, actually. And what, 2 of them were shotguns? That's always fun. Best buying damage for knocking people's tracks off. Right, that was the IS-2 that I knocked his tracks off. And he died. Now, this is this is higher than it should be because I don't remember how much I got, but I know I got a whole bunch for Courageous Risk. It was the Top Gun medal. Same here. Top Gun got me 1800 versus like 1200 with premium that should have been. But it was still completely worth it. It was a great game. It was a lot of fun to rewatch this, and my hands were shaking. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you liked it, please hit the like button, that kind of things. I forgot to talk about how you guys can get a hold of me. Wow, that was unfortunate. If you want to get a hold of me, Facebook, Twitter, or on Duxter, the links are in the description below. If you want to support the channel, the best way is to support the channel directly. Patreon link is in the description below as well. Thank you all and have a wonderful night. ioEther out. Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World Tanks. Side scraping. How to counter a player who's side scraping. So the E100 is trying to side scrape. And you can see, let's see where. Ronick is actually firing at the engine deck of the enemy tank. And, well, that makes sense, because Ronick's gun is actually higher up than the enemy tank's engine deck, so he can aim down. And if he concentrates right, and if he, T-57, really? How did you miss that shot on the T-57? Really? That was like a free shot. So the enemy E100 is getting really pissed that Ronick can somehow penetrate him without being, without exposing enough of his tank so that so this guy can kill Ronick. So Ronick's, again, gonna shoot for the engine deck.